All right, the next one. Countdown to Extinction or Youthanasia?
That's a toughie there.
It is a toughie, but I have an answer.
Let me see what's on each. Countdown to Extinction. That's Train of Consequences, right? Is on Countdown.
Countdown is Skin of My Teeth, Symphony of Destruction, Architecture of Aggression, Foreclosure of a Dream, Sweating Bullets, This Was My Life, Countdown to Extinction, the song, High Speed Dirt, Psychotron, Captive Honor, Ashes in Your Mouth.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And let's see, and Youthanasia would be Reckoning Day, Train of Consequences, Addicted to Chaos, Tout Le Monde, Elysian Fields, Killing Road, Blood of Heroes, Family Tree, Youthanasia, I Thought I Knew It All, Black Curtains, and Victory. Ooh. I'm going Youthanasia.
I'm going with Countdown.
Okay. Yeah, I just like some of these. I hate a Tout Le Monde, though, even though it's on Youthanasia.
Right.
But the rest of it I like, and I like a lot of the other. I like that album too.
Yeah, that's a real toss up. But yeah. Okay, Chris and I are split on that Scribble.
Yeah, but ultimately we could listen to both back to back and really wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, it would be one long album.
Yeah, because they both sound like they're recorded at like the same time. It's like they were in that groove when they wrote both records.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah.
All right, I know that you'll have a strong opinion on this.
All right.
What would Metallica sound like if they had never kicked out Mustaine?
Same as now. Same exact as now.
You think?
Yep. Sure. Dave was more than willing to fucking change with the trends. It just didn't work out as well for him.
Right.
You know, he was willing to do it with Risk. He was willing to do it with Cryptic Writings. He was willing to do it, you know, even these records that we just named right now, they were definitely scaled back from like Rust in Peace.
Well, the way that I look at it, you know, knowing the personality of Mustaine as we all know him.
Sure.
You know, not knowing how he would have developed as a person had he remained in a band situation that was not his band.
Sure.
I would think that perhaps he would have been jockeying for position to sing some of the songs.
Now that's probably true.
So I would think, and plus I think that since Dave is kind of like known for his speed metal, as it were, I think that you know, perhaps Metallica might have stayed more in a faster, more thrashier mode.
I couldn't disagree more.
Okay, again,
because when Metallica hit with the Black Album, Megadeth changed their sound. Megadeth, you know, if you look, you know, Rust in Peace came out right about the same time. I don't know the exact dates, but Rust in Peace and the Black Album came out sort of the same time.
Yeah, but the thing is they were competitive at that point.
Yeah, and they stayed competitive because when Metallica softened with, let's look up the dates, because I think Rust in Peace came out first. I think Rust in Peace came out in 90, right?
I believe so.
And then Black Album came out in 91. So Rust in Peace came out, and it was a fucking blitzkrieg. Let's face it, that's a fucking great record. Yeah, it came out September of 1990.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Black Album came out in September of 91.
Okay, so a year apart.
Yeah, so a year apart. But after that is when Megadeth started softening because of the Black Album.
Well, but see, my point is if Mustaine was part of the collective effort,
yeah,
he might have been an influence not to go soft.
Maybe.
That's kind of my point. It's that had he still been part of the creative force within Metallica, perhaps they would have never done a Black Album.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, there's no real right answer.
Yeah, because that, you know, of course we'll never know because that never happened, and
right.
You know, the two will, you know, the two kind of parted company long before that, but
sure.
Because Mustaine pretty much stayed fairly consistent through his career.
Mm-hmm.
He might have influenced Metallica to stay on a more heavier, thrashier path rather than, go in with more of a commercial sound.
Maybe.
But then again, Metallica, had Mustaine been a part of the band, their career might have been over by now.
Yeah, and I mean, Metallica was that heavy, thrashy band, and they were considered the kings of that, and changed anyway.
Right.
So, Dave, I just think of when you look at the career and you look at how closely he followed doing what Metallica was doing.
Yeah, because Metallica was they're the leaders, though.
Yeah, but I still don't think that Lars and James would have just been like, okay, Dave, we'll keep it heavy because you want to.
Well, but you would think, again, and I don't know, he might have had some input, some creative input as to the direction that the music was going for the band.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thought. I don't know. I mean, who knows what would have happened either way.
Right.
I know what didn't happen was that, they both put out a bunch of good music. That's what I like. I'm glad there's two bands.
Yeah.
Same as I'm glad that there's two bands with, Exodus and Generation Kill and Anthrax and Armored Saint and, pick your poison, Van Halen and Sammy Hagar and Extreme. I'm game with all. I think pretty much I'm almost universally happy for the breakups when they keep going.
Right, especially if the breakup results in two quality projects.
Yeah,
over just one.
Yeah, now I could definitely do without the David Lee Roth solo records.
Right,
but other than that, I think I like everything else.
Sure, but so there you go. It's all subjective there, Scriball.
Yeah, Scriball.
All right, the next question.
Okay.
Thoughts on Annihilator? Jeff Waters has to be one of the nicest dudes in metal. I'll agree with that. We've had him on the show a few times.
Sure.
I love the first 3 Annihilated records and some various others, but what are your guys' opinions of them?
Would you like to go or would you like me to go?
No, you go ahead.
I think musically, Annihilator is about as good of a band as you're ever going to find. Honestly, they are fucking great musically. And they're also fairly unlistenable because they have rotating singers and most of them suck.
Right.
Agree that the first couple records, first 2-3 records are really, really good. Then it goes in and out. I liked Carnival Diablos. I think that's what it was called. Something Diablos. That was really good. I liked the last one, that Metal.
Mm-hmm. That was a real good one. Good.
But a lot of that stuff in the middle where they had different singers going on and Jeff was singing, then other guys were singing and, and all this different, and I'm not sure that Jeff was singing. I think he was. But just whoever was singing wasn't the right fit. But musically, they're great. And I think Jeff Waters is a phenomenal guitar player. I would love, now that's a guy I would like to see join Megadeth.
Right.
He would really make Megadeth good. Yeah,
but don't you think that, being Jeff has been kind of like the leader of Annihilator for all these years, do you think he could fit into a band situation and, be the second guitarist?
Dude, it would raise his profile so big that it would be fine.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, Annihilator's not that big.
I understand that, but I'm talking about personalities.
Waters doesn't seem like a power-hungry dick.
Yeah, but the thing is that Jeff is the most consistent, member of Annihilator.
Yeah.
And he's sort of directed the path of Annihilator, good or bad.
Yeah.
And to put him in a band situation to where he has to take a subordinate role to Dave Mustaine.
Yeah. I guess it would really depend on how much he wanted the gig. Because I agree with your point. It would be definitely a difficult thing for him to go in and play something and not like it and Mustaine say, no, we're using it.
Right.
I get that part, but I also get how, and Jeff has told us this on the show, how that band never got its break in the United States. And if he joined Megadeth, instantly Annihilator gets a huge boost.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. They would definitely get it. You don't think so?
Well, again, I'm just looking at more of the logistics than anything else. Of course, Megadeth, high profile band in the States as well as, European markets.
Sure.
Annihilator being kind of sidelined because of their lack of visibility being from Canada.
Right.
And, I guess if Jeff could bite the bullet and be in a band situation to where, we've got megalomania Dave Mustaine calling the shots.
Right.
I would think that two creative forces like that might bump heads.
They might.
Might. I don't know. But again, one of them is going to have to back down.
Yeah, probably. And it would be Waters that would have to back down.
Yeah, of course, because it's not his band.
Yeah, Waters would have to back down, but I'd love to hear it. I think it would be, wow, I think they would be really good.
I agree.
Chris Broderick wasn't really good, but I think Waters is a better fit.
Yeah, because he's just old school thrash.
Yep, exactly. It would really give their sound a nice punch.
Right.